Here are 3 jobs that it would be really good to get on top of this weekend. The first one is to give your hedges a trim. Now it's quite early to do this, but because we've had quite an early spring, I've found that there's a lot more growth than normal. And on this hedge here, this is a Portuguese laurel. I use it all the time in garden designs because it's evergreen. It grows reasonably quickly and it's quite cost effective to buy, but it does grow fast, so therefore you have to trim it. And it's not ideal to be kept this low. It does make a better, taller hedge, but I planted this 15 years ago when I was younger and didn't know as much about gardening, and actually it's done really, really well. But now it would benefit from a little haircut. Although that is quite a quick method to trim the hedge, you do end up with these kind of half sliced leaves. These are from last year, but what happens is if you do this on a sunny day, even on a cloudy day really, these edges just go brown and crispy. The other alternative is to use a pair of secateurs. Now it takes a lot longer, but you can be much more accurate in pruning these back to a new outward facing bud. And if you do that, then you don't get all of those cut split leaf edges. The second thing to do is to prune off any dead or dying flowers. Now this does still have a little cluster on the top, but you can see here there's loads of dead bits on there. If I take that off now or within the next couple of days, it will just encourage more formation of buds and flowers. So I'm going to nip that out quite low down. If you feel that's a bit sad to take it out at that point, you can just cut this and pop it in the house in a little vase, and that will give you a couple of days of flowers. And finally, it's that time of year when you can plant out your bedding plants. We shouldn't get another frost now, so anything that's half hardy like this or annual is the time to plant out. Annual plants have been given a bit of a bad rep over the years. I think there's a collection of tasteful annuals out there if you hunt them out. And if you go for a single colour like this, or a scheme which is all white, maybe a scheme which is purple and white, you can get that classic Chelsea look through bedding plants, and they do flower their hats off for the whole summer. So I think there's a lovely bit of foliage and flower to enjoy, and something like this also smells great.